Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today we're going to be talking about LayerZero. Now, LayerZero, it's been quite some time since I actually talked about LayerZero, and we're going to show you guys how long it's been, because LayerZero has been doing some big things. I actually waited a little bit before talking about it because there was some big news. I knew a lot of people was going to talk about it, but the foundation is being set right now. Crypto is being changed fundamentally all around as of right now. So some of the plays that we, not really was really hyped about going into like this bull market. Well, I was hyped on LayerZero the whole time, but a lot of people didn't really see LayerZero as like one of those blue chip plays. But now, like I said, the foundation of crypto is being changed. So a lot of different things, from TradFi finally coming onto crypto, coming on chain. You got AI agents. A lot of these things is changing the landscape of crypto, meaning there's going to be a whole new host of blue chip altcoins that may arise while we're in this bull market, and I believe LayerZero is one of those that we're going to have to talk about, take a deep dive in this video here. So before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 30k subscribers. If you guys would like to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down there, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And while you guys are in the Discord, you guys can DM me your questions on how does that Patreon group works, because like I told you guys, we've added some new utility you guys do not want to miss out. As you guys already saw the dashboard, we got Altcoin Chasers HQ in there. You guys can see the power of pretty much the Altcoin Chasers. We are a pretty good group here, helping each other out, hitting on some good plays, and the HQ now is the best terminal that you guys will be using for the bear market to the bull market. It's just going to continuously get better, so you guys do not want to miss out on using that HQ. Now, after you guys do your DD, you guys can use code ACAI 2026, which is ASI 2026. This is the code that you guys can save 40% off your first month on the Patreon side of things, so you guys can test out the terminal, test out the Discord, see if it's for you guys, right? This is the best deal you guys can get right now. And lastly, if you guys are looking for a cold storage wallet, use code Everything Altcoin for Tangent, save 10%, and let's get right into the video, guys. So like I said, I waited for a little bit of time to talk about LayerZero. Now LayerZero, we actually been so bullish. Well, I've been very bullish on LayerZero. I even told you guys I gotten into the private sale of the LayerZero. I didn't even get no tokens for the private sale. I might have gotten scammed on that, who knows. We'll see how that's going to go, but I'm still very bullish on LayerZero as of right now. And I told you guys 2 years ago my first video came out. This was like during the bear market as well, while I was bullish on LayerZero. Then you guys can see we talked about how much LayerZero you need to be a crypto billionaire. That was a minute ago. Then we had another one for the airdrop as well. So I've been covering LayerZero for quite some time. It's just we haven't had a huge update, and now the biggest update happened not too long ago, which got a lot of people bullish on LayerZero. Now LayerZero, I do want it to come down below $1. I won't even lie to you, it should be below $1, but it has held up, and it actually pumped after the news recently came out. Not around January. I think it just started to move up in January, but it came down here, as you guys can see, around like February 5th, like to $1.50 or something like that, and shot up to $2.34, now sitting at a market cap of $329 million with the FDV of $1.6 billion and an outstanding value of $1.4 billion. You can see scrolling down, its all-time high was $7.47. It really didn't do much. Like, it came out, if you guys were able to get that airdrop, the airdrop was nice, right? And then it pumped to about $7 and it just dropped. Now, right now, if we could get this below $1, I would be so bullish on this thing right now. It is going in the main portfolio, and we have to talk about all the new things that LayerZero has pretty much introduced. Now LayerZero introduced what they're calling the last blockchain, which is going to be the Zero chain here, right? Zero is going to be the decentralized multi-core world computer. We've seen a few projects introduce world computer. Polkadot is trying to do a world computer as well. You guys already know I like Polkadot back in the day. I did keep up with it a little bit, but now Zero is going to be doing their world computer, their version of world computer. Now I won't go through this whole entire article that they got here. I'm just going to break down a few points here, but Zero introduces the first multi-core world computer, a fundamental departure from the single-threaded homogeneous architecture that constrain current blockchains. By leveraging zero-knowledge ZK proofs to decouple execution from verification, Zero transitions the network from redundant replication to heterogeneous architecture. This structural shift allows for two distinct validator classes: lightweight blockchain validators capable of running on low-grade consumer hardware, and optional higher performance block producers. Now, in that whole article, they pretty much break down Ethereum, Solana, and things like that, right? And what they're introducing. So I just want to get down to the bottom here. This architecture allows Zero to function as a decentralized multi-core world computer, all right? Crucially, zones are not sovereign chains, layer 2s, or rollups. Every zone is owned by Zero and governed by the same unified protocol. Most blockchains, including Ethereum, are single-threaded. They run on a single core. Zero runs on many. Each zone is functionally equivalent to the single EVM that Ethereum runs, right? But we can execute them simultaneously across multi-cores. The result is a single blockchain that scales horizontally, right? Developers do not need to create their own zones. They build applications on top of the zones Zero provides. We replace the fragmented one-size-fits-all models with unified high-performance systems that treats multi-applications like concurrent processes on a single modem multi-core CPU. Due to this massive cost reduction, Zero is not only an alternative to existing blockchain, it provides a credible alternative to centralized cloud providers like AWS. Now, by stripping away the overhead redundant replication, we have finally made decentralization viable on a global scale. Zero is the first truly scalable multi-core world computer. So now with all of that, you guys already know the talks is going to be, is this going to be the Solana killer? Is this going to be the Ethereum killer? We've seen this multiple times in the past. There's been, if you guys been around, you had a lot of different Ethereum killers back in like 2026. You had Neo, you had some other one that I forgot. And then also you had Say this year, not this year, but this cycle, you had Say, you had Sui, you had all of these that are trying to do different ways of pretty much being a decentralized, we could call it world computer, I guess. But now Zero is throwing their hat in the ring here, and they are coming fully kitted out on this one, right? They're coming to the top side of crypto fully kitted out. If you guys have been playing Arc Raiders, you guys know what I'm talking about. As Zero sets to power the world economy, we are bringing on a world-class advisory board, right? This is like, I think this is the first time we're seeing Cathie Wood as an advisor for a crypto project. And this is what she had to say, right? After getting to know the LayerZero team and what they are building over the past year, I couldn't think of a better opportunity to join an advisory board for the first time in a long time. Finance is moving on chain, and I believe LayerZero will be one of the core innovation platforms supporting this multi-decade shift. So if you guys haven't been bullish on this already, you guys already should be, because you guys are already seeing everything that is being developed right now across crypto. TradFi is coming on chain. Agents is here. A lot of different things is happening on chain, and now you have in Cathie Wood say pretty much finance is moving on chain, and this is why she's pretty much bullish on LayerZero. So we have to put this on the radar, because now that, you know, traditional finance is here, these guys are going to be looking to invest a certain different way that we weren't investing in like previously, right? So this is now our opportunity to find these new blue chips. And now with LayerZero here, pretty cheap, honestly, we can honestly take advantage of LayerZero at these cheap prices, and it probably could get even cheaper, right? Now you guys can see the tweet from Rich, who is the head of strategy and Web3 for Google Cloud, because Google Cloud will be joining as a partner of Zero to explore how to enable AI agents to make micro payments and trade resources instantly without needing a bank account. This is happening on Zero chain. So here, let's break it down. Finance is coming on chain with Cathie Woods, you know, as an advisory. They're going to be targeting TradFi. Now also they're going to be targeting how AI agents can make micropayments and trade resources instantly without needing a bank account on the Zero chain. So this is very big here, but this is what pretty much Rich had to say. At Google Cloud, we pride ourselves on not just pushing the boundaries of planetary scale infrastructure, but also supporting those teams and founders daring to do the same. Major props to Primordial Banks and the LayerZero team for challenging the status quo. So the traditional finance people, the traditional companies, Web 2 companies I should say, are here now, and some of them are targeting LayerZero here for their Zero chain. Now, before we get into seeing what Asai has to say about LayerZero and what the development is looking like, we got to break down some other points here. This is pretty much from Tanner here. I love this. Some points for LayerZero, right? Usage driven scarcity. If fee switch flips on likely 2026 as governance matures, a messaging volume grows already huge, burns create real yield and deflation, right? Network effect, omni-chain standard plus Zero layer 1 could make Zero the ETH of interoperability in a multi-chain plus tokenized world. Institutional tailwinds, you got ARC, Citadel, DTCC, ICE, not the other ICE, backing signals legitimacy for RWA. So here's his upside scenario. In a bull market plus successful Zero launch, FDV could easily hit $5 to $10 billion, comparable to the top infrastructure tokens, right? As float unlocks and value accrues, 3 to 10x from here isn't crazy if execution lands. I actually agree with this. Now, some other things that people probably missed is peak. Some of you guys probably aren't. You should be bullish on peak, because I'm bullish on peak, but not financial advice. But introducing peak escrow. Turn your robots and machines into ERC8004 compatible omni-chain actors powered by LayerZero. So this is also how they're getting their hands onto robotics as well. So you guys can see Zero is looking like a peak infrastructure. I'm not, I had to throw the whole peak in there, but you know how that goes. Now, Rektoshi put out this tweet here. I like this tweet actually. It's breaking down about the LayerZero unlock charts pretty much. We're going to talk about it as Asai also did highlight it in its post. So pretty much he's talking about how everybody's worried about the unlocks, but you guys scroll down, right? So here is what you need to look forward to. There's no new token for Zero chain. Zero will be the gas token. That means Zero handles transaction fees, validator staking, and all the economic activity on chain. Every bit of network usage flows through Zero, right? We could say ZRO, the token ticker, but I just like calling it Zero, right? Zero chain runs on delegated proof of stake. Validators must hold and stake Zero. Network security depends on it. More usage equals more staking equals more demand. This isn't speculation. This is just how proof of stake works. Nobody's talking about the revenue flows, which is going to be starting in March, right? About a few days from here, right? 100% of the Stargate revenue goes towards buying back Zero. Trading fees from payment zones flows into Zero. A fee switch vote is coming that will tax every LayerZero message, and yes, that flows to Zero token. Now, for point 4, I actually did not know this, right? Early investors are already almost bought out, right? 20% of the supply has already been brought back from early investors by recent investors, and LayerZero owns buyback, right? Now, that's why unlocks haven't been instant dumps. The chart doesn't show you that. Now, next, you got the Zero chain is positioning itself as the settlement layer for TradFi. DTCC processes over $3 quadrillion in securities annually, and Zero chain has been associated with them. Citadel and Intercontinental Exchange, which is ICE, we just talked about all of this, and Google Cloud, right? So if even a fraction of real world settlement touches Zero chain, the repricing will be violent in the right direction. If LayerZero executes on the settlement layer vision, institutional onboarding, revenue buybacks, and the fee switch, the market could catch up eventually. Now, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of projects try to do a fee switch, right? Because they're going to have to be bringing in some revenue. I think it's going to be time where some of these crypto projects are going to have to focus on how they're going to bring in some revenue. Now, looking at the unlocks here, you guys can see we're pretty much almost done with the vesting here. It looks like it's close to 50% that is done for strategic partners and core partners here. community has been done already. Token repurchasing is happening as of right now. It's still going on, and there's still about 13.3% that is untracked on here as of right now. So looking about into October here, 2026 here, if we're at the bottom, if we're kind of at the bottom of the market, and this is where things probably start to turn back around October, right? You're looking at about 67% of the total supply being out by then. We're going to come back to this in just a second here. I wanted to come to Asai just to see what Asai is talking about with LayerZero in case I miss anything. Guys, you guys should be testing out the terminal. You guys should be wanting to use Asai here. This is going to pretty much help you, right? So here's the read from Asai. LayerZero is a cross-chain messaging protocol that's become infrastructure for half of DeFi, right? They just launched Zero, their own L1 built for institutional markets. Google Cloud, DTCC, Tether, ARK Invest, Citadel are all backing this. That's not coincidence. They're building the plumbing for institutional on-chain activity. So we already talked about pretty much the catalyst that came out. Now getting into a little bit more here, as I told you guys, Asai did spot that there was a tokenomics red flag. Only 20% of the tokens is actually circulating, and when you go ahead and go look into CoinGecko here, you guys can see circulating supply pretty much 202 million here out of pretty much a 1 billion total supply, max supply. And then on March 20th, you'll get the big unlock of 32.6 million tokens, which is roughly around $52 million at the current prices. That's material sell pressure coming. And then we'll move 1.2 million Zero tokens, which is $3.5 million to staking. That is bullish signal if you're reading that as well, locking up for long term. Now, short term, pretty much it's Asai is feeling neutral about it. No catalyst until March 20th unlock. Volume is decent, but not explosive, right? Midterm, 1 to 3 months, it is slightly bullish with the Zero L1 launch. Institutional adoption narrative is strengthening, but you got the, again, the unlock coming up very soon here. And in 6 to 12 months, it is more bullish, right? Cross-chain infrastructure play is essential. I've been very bullish on interoperability since I started my channel. If Zero chain gains institutional traction, Zero utility increases, category interoperability is evergreen, so it is about 70% bullish on it over the long term. But for the bottom line here, it is pretty much definitely looking at this March 20th unlock to see how it holds, right? So the Zero launch with TradFi partners is legit, but the tokenomics are ugly. Massive future dilution with the March unlock will test the price. Not a screaming buy here, but if you're long-term bullish on cross-chain infrastructure, this is one of the few actual working protocols in this space. Verdict: if you have it, hold it. If you have it, accumulate on any significant dips below 140. Don't chase here with unlock Lumen. So pretty much I can wait till the unlock happens March 20th or so, and then start to look into LayerZero a little bit here. Now remember, I told you guys pretty much wait till we actually put the actual circulating supply by October, because October will be kind of a good time to look into it pretty much, right? Because a lot of the circulating supply will be out there, about 67% of it pretty much, which is huge, right? Pretty much if by, let's say after that, we can get to like the market cap of SWE, then around there you're looking at about a $3.3 billion market cap. That would put Zero worth about $4.95. That's like, let's say we start turning around October and it starts to pump a little bit and hit that SWE market cap around after that, because that is pretty much when the big unlock is going to be happening. Then after that, you can see it's going to be, this thing is going to be fully done, close to fully done around June of 2027. So we'll see how things is going to play out by then. But I'm definitely pretty much interested in adding LayerZero probably after March, maybe going into October here. This is pretty much when I'm going to look at it a little bit more here, because you guys scroll down, a big unlock here is coming up in March, and then you just look about October, you're looking about 67% of the supply being out there, which is decent for me. So that's pretty much when I'm going to probably start to look to DCA into Zero, because I've been very bullish on Zero, and this is a play that I'm thinking is going to be here for the long run. And now with all the events here, them having their own chain targeting TradFi and AI agents, yes, I am bullish on LayerZero. But I want to know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We're on our road to 30k subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.